okay? We call it the car crash. Now this is where it may become a little bit of an issue. This is just a piece of a bigger tool that I use, which the new one is in the process of being built. But it's basically something that I stimulate my horses with, that I actually put on their backs, and I ask them to actually think and say yes to me with all this stimulus going on. Okay, it's basically a saddle pad with all sorts of things like this. Okay? We call it the car crash because that's what it sounds like when it's on your horse and he's jumping barrels and side passing and doing flexion and doing everything that we ask him to do without anything. We ask him to do with all this stimulus on him. So then when you take it all off, it's like water off a duck. You expand their horizons out to here, it settles back to about here. You expand it out to here, it settles back to here. And the more you can expand the horizons, the more the relationship comes together. The more the relationship comes together, the safer you are, and the closer you are to reaching the goal, which is, in my opinion, and the opinion of most of the people that I associate with and the group, is to ride wherever you want, whenever you want, with whoever you want, at whatever gait you want, safely. Okay, so think about that. That's actually total freedom. So now I'm going to just start to ask Rocky to start to deal with sound a little bit more. So I'll do the same thing with this one. Okay, now we see this is a little bit more excitable. It makes him a little more excitable, right? So I want to show him it's okay. Okay, so let him smell it, and I'll do it again. And I'll just walk around. I want him to become okay with it. So I'll just... Okay, now I'll turn around. Pet him right between the eyes. Let him know that's okay also. Allison, did you trank him? What's the story? I expected him to go through the roof on this one. All right, but that's actually a good thing. Okay, I'd rather this because now I know that my family is going to get on and go out safely. Okay, so here we go. Now, there we go. Now I'll ask him to just accept this. Not ready yet, so I'll just ask him to get comfortable. All right, so look what's going on here. He keeps seeing me relax during this whole process. So what does he do? He comes and just investigates it a little bit. Like, oh, okay, not a big deal. And that's what I want. I want him to see that no matter what I bring around you, you don't have to worry about nothing, okay? Good, Rock. All right, how many people saw a difference already, right? Just from over here to right over here, because I turned myself away, made it a non-threatening thing, and walked away from him, made him more comfortable, even though this was still going on. He investigated a little bit. Now I can start to really desensitize him and use it a lot, okay? Just because you never know. Good, Rock. Okay, now I'm going to do something even more relaxing to him. Drop his head. The lower the horse's head, the lower the emotional status. So I could actually ask him to relax by saying, will you please drop your head, thank you very much, and deal with this. He said no. Okay, so he's not quite ready for that yet. So what I'll do, again, I may offer to him around here. Good. Okay, let him deal with it. Okay, I'll ask him again, drop your head. And maybe I'll be a little less stimulating about it, but still have it here. Okay, there you go. Good boy, Rod. Good. Good, Rod. Good boy. Okay, I'll use soft tones in my voice. Again, I don't use verbal commands to actually command my horse to do things, because if you rely on them, They don't work if you rely on them. I mean, you could always have them in there to help communicate, but if a horse is spooked, I guarantee saying stop ain't gonna do it. Okay, so you wanna have it in there, but don't rely on it. Or if you say whoa, whoa always works until something goes wrong. Okay, so I'll just ask him to deal with this stuff. Okay, another thing to think about. Whenever you're training your horse to do anything, whether it be walk with a soft feel or deal with something that basically causes them to become uneasy, it's harder to do at a walk than it is at a standstill. Or it's not, maybe it's not harder to do, it's harder for them to deal with. In other words, the higher the gait, usually the higher the emotional status. How many people agree with that? Okay, where, you know, you could do something at a walk and it's real easy. As soon as you start to get a trot, oh, that mouth starts getting stiff, head starts coming up, all things start to break down. Once you break into a canter, the whole thing breaks and that's it. Okay, so what I like to do is, even during this phase of it, okay, I like to move them while stimulating also, okay? Now I might not start with him with this, because I know this bothers him a little bit more. This is more. Okay, so now watch this. Okay. Okay, so you just ask him to deal with it. Okay, then let him relax. Ask him to drop his head. And then just relax. Okay, so now we're going to take it up another notch. Good boy, Rock. Good boy. Okay, I'd say he's pretty good right now, right? I'd ride this horse, wouldn't you? There you go. So this is it. This is, to me, a spring tune-up.